Welcome to the intermediate section of linear drum beats. I'm Dave Atkinson, and today we're going to talk about intermediate linear beats. We've already talked about some basic ones on the previous video, so we're going to continue from there, add a bit more creativity to it. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go into the first one now. So for beat number 1 and beat number 2, I'm going to use a pattern that's very common for linear beats. I've been using this for quite a while. I strongly recommend you learn this sequence with your sticks and your feet, because once you learn it up to speed, you can do some really cool fast linear fills and fast linear beats. The sequence is foot, stick, stick, foot, stick, foot, stick, stick. And then you repeat. Here's how this sounds just on the kick and snare. Now, the reason why I suggest you learn that is because in these next two patterns that I play, that same sequence is played on the hi-hat, the snare, and the kick, as well as on the toms. So just by moving that same pattern to the hi-hat and the snare, adding some dynamics, I come up with a really cool linear beat. Let me move that to the toms now for the second beat. Check this out. So I'm playing these patterns at quite a slow tempo just so you can see how they sound. When you play them a little bit quicker, you can hear how that sequence really starts to groove. Let me show you playing this one a little bit faster just so you can see what I mean. So as you can see, by speeding it up, you can hear the groove a lot better in there. Now let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is another pattern, another sequence that is very common. It's a pattern of 3, and it's going to be kick, snare, hats, or kick, stick, stick. And what I do is I play it with 16th notes, so not triplets. Let me show you how it sounds. This is another really cool linear pattern. Check this out. Moving on to beat number 4. This one's really cool. You might have heard this one. It's similar to Knights of Sidonia by Muse. That beat is absolutely incredible, so I thought I'd teach a little variation of it here. It's almost like a gallop, so check this one out. Remember the sequence, then try to play it up the tempo. Here we go. All you have to do for that last pattern is add in a few ghost notes on the snare, maybe a tom hit here and there, and you got a really cool sounding linear pattern. Now let's move on to the last one, beat number 5. This one's really cool, however it does break the rules a little bit. You'll notice that there is a kick drum and a hi-hat playing at the same time. Not linear, but that's okay. The rest of the pattern is sometimes you can play a couple shots together just to add some spice and variety to the beat. You don't always have to be completely linear. Check out how this one sounds. All right, there are 5 intermediate linear beats that you can use. Hopefully they inspire you. You can work off them, improvise, make your own beats. If you're on drumlessons.com, you can download the sheet music just by scrolling down. There is an icon right below the video where you can download all the files, print them off, and bring them to your kit. If you're on any other site watching this, click the video description. In there, you'll see a link that'll bring you back to drumlessons.com so you can print off all the sheet music of these exercises. I'll see you around.